Hello. Happy Wednesday, guys. Hello, hello. Auntie Ann, MT Homestead is in the house. Hello. How are you? Treasure Hunter Neil. Hello. David Glunt. Howdy, howdy. Did you get your card yet in the mail? I don't know. Our mail sometimes coming here and going places is very, it's on Mississippi time. So I never know when I mail something. Sometimes it gets there right away. Sometimes it's 2 weeks later. You just never know. Evelyn Newman, hello. Treasure Hunter Neil. Saying hello to Evelyn too. Greg, hello. MT Homestead says, hi, Evelyn. Hope you had a safe trip home. I know a lot of you just got back from 10 Killer. I watched a few of those videos on YouTube. Made me sad that I wasn't there seeing everybody. But 6:35. Oh, what time will Mike join in tonight? My guess is 6:35. I don't know if he will tonight. He's been slammed at work again, so I don't know. I just don't know. Carol Lewis, the man with the plan. Hello. Let's see. Paul Honeyman, hello. Let's see. Dot Roper, howdy, howdy. Hello, Jen. Your birds are getting big, by the way. They're getting very big. I need a clone. I probably do. I actually got a lot done today. I was very happy about that. I got some laundry caught up. I washed the bedding. I remade the bed. I actually got a lot done. Yesterday I cleaned the house. Like I got a lot done. However, and I did a short today, but I don't have a video yet for Friday. So, yeah. You win some, you lose some. How are the chicks doing? They're doing amazing. The turkeys are just growing like gangbusters. Your 2 chickens that I have are doing great. The goose and the gander that I have, the juveniles of yours, are doing fantastic. I will say they're a little bit more skittish than any goose I've ever had before. And I try to handle them and stuff, but they just are like, wee, wee, wee. Like, I don't know. They're kind of, they'll settle down, but they're just kind of, they're not as like mellow. But they're doing really well raising the ducklings right now. So it's adorable. If you guys didn't see the short that I posted, of all of the ducklings just sitting on the gander's back, it's kind of adorable. It's kind of adorable. So they are, Auntie Anne, the ducklings and the goslings are adorable. They are. I think there's a chance that they are roosters, those 2 chickens, Jen. I caught them having a little cockfight amongst themselves one day. And usually when you see that happen early on, that's a pretty good sign. They're not really showing any other signs really yet, other than like I can see their combs coming in already. So it's usually they might be boys, but I don't know. I've been wrong before. Doesn't happen often, but it could be. But I did definitely see them doing the whole like fighting situation one day, and I was like, oh, okay. I know it's not 100% though. They'll sometimes when you get them, I don't know. They're supposed to be female sometimes, but they're not. Paul even says, "Wow, said do that again. You sound like just like a piglet getting picked up." That's what a little goose sounds like when they're cranky. Oh, you like that, Tim? I know. I dug my Ridge Life shirt out. You like that? That's right. In fact, I was talking to the gal that does printing up here to see if I could get some shirts made for the meetup in Blue Lake that I can have on hand to just give to a few people. So, and in fact, I saw she just emailed me back, so I need to get back to her Of course, she emailed me back like right at like 5:59, so I don't have time to deal with it yet. I'll deal with it later. Ridge Life's reviews and how-tos. He's popping in as the other channel today. Ooh, fancy. Oh no, Beth had vertigo. Oh no, that is no fun. As somebody who had it at the beginning of the new year, I hope she's feeling better. That is not fun. Tim, your shirts have never looked so good, he says, except for maybe when Jen wears them, right? He might be partial to that. No stickers yet. Jeez, I mailed those like a week ago. Good gravy. You know, I haven't popped to the post yet. I will try to do that tomorrow. I should have done it yesterday when I was in town, but honestly, I forgot. But I will try to do that tomorrow, and pop in there and get at my P.O. box. So it could be there, and I just haven't gotten to it yet. Oh, I forgot to change back after publishing a video. Whoop, there he goes. Boom, Ridge Life. There you go. Magic. Presto changeo. I see how it is. The peanut farm. It is. Snail mail is getting slower and slower, Auntie Anne. But I swear it's worse here. Like there's some things that I think have just never showed up. Like for example, my trash bill. After the first like 2 months of living here, we don't get it anymore. So I just send it. Because we don't get, and then sometimes we don't get our water bill. So I just send around the amount that it usually is so that our water bill doesn't get shut off. And then they credit me like $2 the next month. And then like, but that's our mail out here. It's just, it's on Mississippi time. It's just, I mean, Amazon and things like that are like fine, even when they're coming through the post. But regular mail and bills and things like that just kind of come when they feel like it. So, and same thing I think goes when I send stuff. It's just sort of when it feels like it. Had to dig deep. Like sure says James Hall. Well, you know, this has been the first week that it's been like really consistently warm, and I'm not having to like wear a sweatshirt. So I haven't been wearing like my tank tops and stuff like that. So I did have to kind of dig through, and I was also putting away laundry today. So I was able to kind of like, I was like, oh, wear this tonight. So that's right. Go Ridge Life. Wait, I got to make the cheesy. Go Ridge Life. They're jacking up the postage rate soon. I don't doubt it, Greg. I don't doubt it. They must be using the Pony Express these days on a dead pony, like a really slow dead pony. And I don't mean to be mean. Like, and I also notice the difference when we have our one postal worker that comes versus the other one that comes. Because we have like two that we get, depending. And the one, things always seem to get a little funky, but the other one is always like boom, boom, boom on it. So it just kind of depends on who's working. Those union jobs are the slowest. They can be. Oh, Beth Cornett says, no, Paul, it usually lasts several days. Yep. I feel you, Beth. That vertigo is awful. When I had that vestibular migraine in the beginning of January, I didn't get undizzy until like February. So I mean, it got better. It wasn't like debilitating to the point where I had to be in bed after those first 4 or 5 days, but it was still not pleasant for quite some time until one day I just finally went, I'm not dizzy anymore. The room's not spinning. Cool. So we are going to be at the Blue Mountain Lake meetup. Yes, Lila. We will be there. I was just saying, in fact, I'm trying to get my hands on a few t-shirts made by the local print place for me that I can bring with me. And we will be there. We're actually, we're going to be there an extra day on each end, just so we don't have to like rush the traveling, and we can really like enjoy it, you know, but I'm excited. So, oh, Auntie Anne, I got my hair chopped off today and I'm so not happy with it. Oh no, I'm sorry. Your hair was really long last time I saw you. How short did they go? Like shoulder length or earlobe length or oh my goodness. Our post office doesn't take cash now, says Tim. Wow. A lot of things are moving away from cash, which is scary. Just done eating breakfast, dinner. I made scrambled eggs and pancakes because Mike had a root canal today. The live should be fun tonight. Oh, poor baby. Breakfast for dinner is awesome now, but I don't envy him the root canal. Tell him that he should brush and floss and try not to drool during the live. Old Man King Homestead, hello. Let's see. Oh, James Hall says he's had 2 checks in the last 2 months not show up at all. Oh no, very short. Oh, I'm sorry, Auntie Anne. At least the good thing about hair is that it grows out. But I know exactly what you mean. When I cut my hair, it had that bob for a while, which I really liked, but I just kind of got tired of it after a while, and I was growing it out, and my hairdresser forgot that I was growing it out, and she trimmed it right back to where it was after I had grown it out like another 2.5, 3 inches, and I was like, I guess I'm starting over. And that happened a couple of times, so I've gotten really good at being like, remember, I'm growing it out. I just want a very baby trim at the ends to keep the ends healthy. Like, I don't want to shave it off. So, anyway. Hi, Tim and Dana. Todd's Adventures, hello. Ooh, it's going by too quick. I can't read. Tamara and David, hello. MT's saying hi. Oops, I'm not trying to report anybody. There we go. Let's see. I know it will grow back, but now everyone will see how bad it looks at the meetup. I'm so upset. Aw. But you look really cute in a hat. So worst case, you throw a hat on if it's that bad. You know, hopefully it's not that bad. I cut mine in a very, very short pixie a couple years ago, and I'm letting it grow back out now gray, and it's really salt and pepper, but I love it. Oh, that's cool, Peanut Farm. That's cool. Mine, unfortunately, my mom went salt and pepper at the age of 19, but like a really pretty salt and pepper, so she never dyed her hair. She didn't start dyeing it and only a little bit into her 70s, because then it went like all white, and she thought it was too much because she still had like dark eyebrows and like darker skin, and so she felt it looked funny on her. So she's had them put like little like low lights in basically. But my hair, I've got my dad's gray where it's just a few, but like enough to be weird. So I can't like really grow it out. So I do still get my roots done. But this is my color. It's just helped along on the gray bits. Neil S says I'm late, but I made it. Praise and heart. That's right. That's right. Lila Newton says, just wear a big hat. Exactly. Exactly. Just wear a big old hat. It will feel much cooler. That's true. You know, when it's shorter and it's off your neck. Although that was my one thing about when my hair is shorter is it's harder to put it up. So it won't stay up. So it's nice when it's a certain length at least that you can still like put it up in a bun or a ponytail on top of your head or something to get it out of the way, you know. Or through the back of a ball cap or something at least, you know. Only your beard is gray. That's right. Brooke Burke, that's right. I joined that flamingo group that thing was listed in just because I wanted to see what was on there. She sent me a picture of a flamingo basket that somebody posted. It's like a cart, but it was like, I thought it was more of like a muck truck, but when I looked at it more closely, it was all wicker, but it's still really cool. So. You think you lost 5 pounds of hair? Well, you do have really thick hair. So, yeah. I love my hair down, but I keep it up most of the time because of the lifestyle on the farm. Hair just gets in the way. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does, especially in the heat. It can. So, yeah, that's true. That is very true. We actually are finally going to be pulling a Tim and getting our gravel delivered. We got delayed a little bit because of weather. We're going to be finishing up the rest of like the pre-preparation work for getting the clay gravel delivered, and that will be delivered on Monday. So we're going to finish that up this weekend, and then the next round of gravel, and it's already scheduled, like it's coming on Monday. But the next round of gravel will be Wednesday, hopefully, if everything else goes according to plan. So, which will be good. So, I have a graduated bob, so the front is longer than the back and long enough to still go in a ponytail. Can't handle the heat of a long hair. Yeah, I feel you, Evelyn. That's how mine was when I did the bob. It was an angled bob, and I really liked it, and it was cute. But then I was like, and I might do it again someday, but for now I was like, I feel like growing it out again. But now, well, I did have her layered a little. It kind of looks cruddy right now, but I did have her layered a little bit, so it's got a little more shape to it than it did like where it was just all kind of one length and straight. So is the diva fixing a chicken plucker again? He actually did fix it today. He managed to get it fixed. So praise and heart on Friday when I do some birds, because I'll be doing them by myself, because Frankie will be at school and Mike will be at work. And I told him, I was like, I got to get through some of these birds because we won't have time this weekend. Sunday's our wedding anniversary. And so Saturday, we're going to go out to dinner to a restaurant we've never gone to before, which could potentially be a bad idea. But we don't know that many restaurants around here yet. So this one comes recommended. So we're going to go do that on Saturday night. But so I'm like, I don't really want to be plucking chickens that day. Plus, we've got gravel work or prep gravel work to do out in the yard in the first part of the day. So I think I'm going to try to get through I'm going to try to do like 15 and just bang them out, because that'll take care of the real big ones right now and just kind of lessen the load a little bit. And then in like, not this weekend, but the following weekend, I told them we got to hit it hard again and get get a few more out and just leave the littles, because then we'll be gone. So, gotta get after it. So grew my hair out after the military. It was all one length, had a 24-inch ponytail when it was pulled up. Now I can't stand it more than a quarter of an inch long. Oh, geez, Neil. Hi, studio. I cut my own hair the last time and just flipped my head and did the layers. I've seen people do that. Drew's Lens, what's up in the house? I've cut my own hair before and actually have done a decent job of it. But and I did it during COVID a little bit. I trimmed parts of it. I think everybody learned how to do different things during COVID than we're used to doing on ourselves, just out of sheer boredom and necessity, right? I'm telling you. Lila Newton says, Tim, get in touch with Mike at Sunny Slope. I think he may have some advice for you concerning the whole building permit issues. Other than another 500 is a bit much. Ooh, they're trying to ding you again. I must have missed one. I tried to catch up on everybody's videos the last 2 days, but I must have missed that one. Hey, Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse. What's going on? What's going on? Jackie says, Drew, with hearts. Yeah, don't text and drive, Drew. He says, if I missed anyone, I'm sorry. I'm driving. Oh, my word. Hello, Marco. Hi, back to good. I have a whole new set of skills now since COVID. Ain't that the truth? I took on so many projects during COVID. Like during COVID, Frankie was at home. Mike was like one of the only ones working at his company. So he would go into the office still because he was like running all of everything. And he was working like 12-hour days or 14-hour days or 16-hour days sometimes to keep everything afloat. And, you know, I started putting out 5 videos a week during COVID. And I was doing, like, I did landscaping, I stained fences, I did yard stuff. There was so much stuff that we got done during that first like 2 months of COVID. And then it was like, okay. And like I redid the kitchen cupboards, um, you know, all that fun stuff. Watched a lot of Tiger King, as we all did. The early days of COVID were kind of fun. And then it was like, okay, I'm over this now. My building permit was revoked and may have to redo my septic permit. Oh man. Oh, they are really jerking you around. I'm surprised. I thought Tennessee was a little more like woohoo about stuff. Because like Mississippi doesn't give two you know what. I could build the Taj Mahal in my front yard and they don't care. So I'm surprised that Tennessee is so California-esque. California wants to, like, if you bring in a shed, they're like, they want a permit for it. It's like any little thing is like a reason to, you know, ugh, such a pain. Oh, love seeing y'all doing some Western swing at the end of the last video. Oh yeah, we dusted off our two-stepping boots, even though I was in flip-flops, and went around the dance floor a little bit. So, oh yeah, you can hear the diva. he's he's here. He's just working. He's working. Too close to mimic. Yep. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's yeah, that's annoying. Well, I'm sorry that they're jerking you around. Hopefully you can get it squared away quickly and not slow you down. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if, like the devil's getting in your way. Like you pop your knee, you're getting all these hassles with the building permits and the government that you've had. Like, I don't know. The dark one is intervening and you building that barn dough, man. Telling you. One city near you wants a permit to replace a water heater. That's ridiculous. I think the government has gone too far. There are certain things that we need to have structure and government for, but then it takes it to the point where they become, it's like the difference between being like a good manager if you're the manager at work, or the manager that everybody dreads because you micromanage every little thing they do to the point where they can't do their job. And that's where we're at now with our government. They're micromanaging us to the point where it's like we can't live, and they're doing asinine things on top of it. So it's kind of like, yeah, the city is moving out quickly. Yeah, that's part of the problem. And that was one of the reasons why we kind of started when we were looking at Tennessee, never mind the fact that some of the properties were, only a couple of acres and they wanted way too much money for them in the areas that we wanted. We were noticing that, because of Nashville and Memphis, that the overall policies of the state seemed to be kind of going in the direction that we didn't like. And we were like, well, kind of rules that one out, even though, that's where Mike's from. And we kind of thought that's where we were going to end up. But Mississippi has been a good fit for us. So. Oh, I know. I heard about that, Tim. I saw that. I believe that was on a Ramblings where you're talking about your taxes where Morgan's social security number was used and there was a mix up between you and your ex and all of that, and that caused an issue. And yeah, that's no fun. I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, like 2 tax seasons ago, there was a glitch with something with the state on TurboTax. And they ended up owing, I had to like refile it because they screwed up, like the state did. And they ended up owing me $200 more. It took over a year for that $200 to show up. And I'm like, I know if I owed them $200, they'd be like, it's due in 7 business days. Like, you know? So kind of funny, but that's the way it is, you know. James Hall says he's still paying back child support for my 30-year-old kids to the state of California. Oh, geez. Wow. And I bet like it's literally just to the state too. It's not getting, nobody's getting reimbursed. That's just going to the state because of a court case, probably. A flood permit is permission to allow you to be flooded, like Josh. Yeah. That's true. Well, it's like our old house in Ramona. Like if we wanted to do any substantial remodeling, um, and we would ever want to sell that house, like if we were still there, we would have had to get it permitted and nothing would be allowed via permit. So like you'd have to like knock it down and start again because everything in Ramona is in the floodplain. So you have to have flood insurance, but then of course the flood insurance, if there was to be anything, doesn't cover anything. It's just an extra $3,000 that you have to pay. It's just, yeah, it's very backwards. The whole insurance system, everything is, don't get me started. We have seismic junk to deal with now, to being too close to the new Madrid fault. Oh my, lovely. Maybe you guys are just becoming California. Maybe that's what's happening, Tim. I'm telling you. Tim needs to get the barn dominium done. Be a good place for him and Jen's wedding. Oh boy, look at that. Rumors, rumors. Rumors, rumors. But that would mean he would have to go buy a diamond ring. And that would mean that year he wouldn't get to go buy a new toy, like a new truck or a new bike or something like that. He'd have to buy a ring instead. And I don't know if Tim's ready to make that sacrifice. You know, he needs his toys. That's hiking with Jackie Boy. Hello. Let's see. It's all interest. Oh, geez, what a pain. That's still that's annoying, James. I feel for you on that one. Will everyone here tell Ridge Life to move to Arkansas or Mississippi? I mean, his son already goes to college here, so I'm just saying, like, he already kind of knows his way around northern Mississippi. Like, you know, we need more YouTubers in Mississippi from the family. You guys keep sucking them up into Arkansas. We need more down here. It's not fair. Quit stealing them, Drew. That's right, Paul. Don't be a bum. Hit that thumb. That's right. Jen will make him move there when they get married. Maybe. Maybe. Ridge Life, there is 10 acres available just west of Pernew AR property. Maybe it's our new. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be of our new Arkansas property. Hint, hint. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, well, see, there you go. You could be neighbors. James Newell, how do you do? Cop just followed me for 5 miles. I thought he was going to get me for no trailer lights. Oh, no. So that should just be a fix-it ticket, though, right? It shouldn't be too bad. I just spent $800 today for a transfer case and differential oil on the SRT highway robbery. Holy cow. Yep. See, Jen even votes Mississippi. I'm telling you. That's right. David just bought 10 acres. He'd let you build on it. Yeah, there you go. You guys could be like bosom buddies up there in the Arkansas mountains. You and David. You could start a whole new channel. Ridge Life says, I may buy more. Just move to Mississippi, Tim. He can't leave Grandma Carol. That's true. It would break her heart. Yeah, that's true. I get that. I get that. And then he wouldn't have somebody to take care of him next time he injures himself. You know? Oh, Drew says, ouch, I paid less for that than for my fire truck than that. Oh my goodness. Hey, Larry Parrish. Oh man. Oh, Heather and Shane are thinking about coming here now? I thought they were like settled there because of the job and everything. I'll have to get the tea from you on that later. We have some friends that we knew from San Diego, and right after we moved, they moved to Idaho and have since had a baby and all of that. But I guess they're kind of lonely up there still. So maybe they're thinking about moving down here now. There's probably 50 acres for sale right here next to me, says the peanut farm. There you go. If we're bosom buddies, I get to be Tom Hanks. Well, yeah, mainly because nobody can ever remember the other guy's name. I'd love to have your neighbor's land. Love that pond. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Lisa and Alan's property is beautiful. And that's just, you know, that he had that lake built. And it's technically a lake because it's the right size to be considered a lake. But we call it the plake because it's like a pond lake. But yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, that's where Mike got baptized, and the kids go fishing down there. Mike and Frankie go fishing down there. When the weather's nice during the summer, we'll have Sunday lunch out there, and the kids will hop off the dock and go swimming and take the little boat out, and they have a great time. So, oh, it's not working out. Oh, Utah. I always think they're in Idaho. I don't know why. I keep mixing up those two states. When I think of them, I picture the shape of Idaho. I don't know why. Maybe they need to move to Idaho. Maybe they would be happy in Idaho. But they're in Utah. My bad. Maybe I was trying to protect them in the witness protection program and tell everybody they were in Idaho. And you just blew my cover. Just kidding. Went to a commercial and knocked you all the way back to the very beginning. Oh no, the peanut farm. I'm sorry about that. MT Homestead is coming to Arkansas before too long. I'm sure of it. Oh, maybe. I think most of the South is considered Tornado Alley now because it's shifted over the years. Because trust me, we studied that. We're kind of on like, we're in it, but we're like in a weird edge of it. And there's some weird things geographically that happen right around us that kind of help deter that, like them from funneling and touching down. So yeah, I mean, it's still terrifying. Like there was one thing about moving to the South that I was like, oh gosh, I don't know how to feel about that. But there's no, there's no getting around it. If you go, even some places north, like in Ohio and Illinois and things like that, in Missouri, you still have the potential for that. And then you have really dreadful winters. And we didn't want really dreadful winters. So this was a good spot for us. So there is, I mean, they're kind of close together in that weird little area, kind of to the right of California, but not really in the Midwest yet, but kind of like, I don't know, they're just sort of like in their own little, I mean, I guess technically they're the Midwest, but I don't know. They just seem like they're their own, like they're over there making, potatoes and skiing. That's like, I don't know, and wives. That's, I don't know. MT Homestead wants to buy your 10 acres in Arizona. I doubt it, but maybe. Utah is beautiful. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful states. Like California is a beautiful state, but it's gone to pot. So, maybe you just really want them here so you can steal the baby. That's true. That's true. 100%. We had 5 tornadoes here in California. Oh no. Well, I mean, we've had tornado watches in California before, but like nothing really ever comes of it. So I don't know if they really touched down. I've seen little ones like dirt devils before in the desert and stuff, but it's not the same. But I sleep through it all. Yeah. You should ask Scott to come. Yeah. Well, I don't know, because here's the deal. What's his face? Alan would really like to have him come out and do another show this summer. And but they're going to be out of town, like when that would be happening. So I don't think like they won't be available. So I feel like that would not maybe be the best timing for that. So I don't know, but I'll tell Mike to talk to him. I would love to have California weather here in Oklahoma, but that's the only thing. Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, it is a beautiful state. There is a lot of, outside of the cities, there's a lot of beautiful areas there. I don't really care for the desert areas as much, but like the coastal areas and the mountains are beautiful. But yeah, you have to put up with the rest of it. Unfortunately, the earthquakes are really no big deal, and they don't happen very often. And they are like, it's like, I don't know, like it's not even like you grow up, like at least I did. I grew up being terrified of them, and then after I lived through a few of them, I was like, really no big deal. Like, I mean, trust me, I know if it was like the big one, it would be bad, right? But knock on wood, we have enough little ones that it just never got bad. Sometimes you don't even know you had one. You hear about it on the news later, and they're like, oh, we had a 3.5 earthquake that lasted so long at this time, and you're like, oh, we did? Cool. You know. I missed something there. But yeah, you have to get away from the major cities to see the beautiful areas of different states, for sure. I mean, there's some cities that are cool to look at because of the way they're laid out, and they're not super crowded, and you know, they're kind of neat. Maybe like have a big, like Sacramento is kind of like that. There's parts of Sacramento that are kind of like historical districts that are like really cool to like go walk around in. And that's technically right in the middle of the city. But there's, yeah, but for the most part, I could do without cities. They're like a necessary evil, I suppose. Yes, Northern California is beautiful, especially the redwoods. Yes. I couldn't do it. Our government is about to decriminalize because they need a win so badly. Oh, I bet. Oh, there we go. We got legal pot too, says Alex. He was talking about Canada. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's legal in California, but. See, Drew says he'll come visit you, Alex. Just hook him up. California folks think about earthquakes the same way Oklahoma folks think about tornadoes. 95% of the time, it's no big deal. It's that 5% that will get you. Yeah, that's true. Let's see, who had the over-under bet? You were pretty close there, David. You said 635.
Drew's in the house.
639.
David who?
David Blunt. He had you at clocking in at 635.
Okay. Missed about 4 minutes. That's pretty good, man.
I'm like, who has the under-over? I need to start taking side bets.
What's going on? Hey, don't let me forget. When you close down and like get ready to run to go get the kid, I need the tire repair kit out of your truck from under the back seat before you can leave.
Okay.
I have a flat tire on my zero turn.
You have like flat tire. The Honda Fit has 2 tires that need replaced that are coming, and like one's bulging out the side, like it's bad. Like all of a sudden it's got like a out the side.
I hit a pothole.
Yeah, and it tried to kill it. He's the one. Okay. Anyway, so then the 4-wheeler has like a jacked up 1 or 2 jacked up tires.
What do I have to do with that?
That's not your fault. I'm just saying all the tires are bad right now.
2 tires on all 4 tires on the 4-wheeler need replaced.
And then the zero turn popped a flat the other night, and Frankie had to go rescue him because he was out in the back 40 somewhere.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to have to like drag it back up.
No, I had her just fill up the air compressor and bring it out there.
Yeah.
So I was able to put air in the tire, drive it home. But I need to mow the front yard before dark tonight if I can.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
if
like a
I
jungle
can.
out there, baby.
Yeah.
You in the jungle, baby.
But it only held air for like 5 minutes, so it's got a good sized hole in it. And I don't even know where the hole is. I got to put some soapy water on
see
it
where the air is.
and find out. Hopefully it's like a nail in the tread, which I can fix with my kit.
Yeah.
If it's a stem or a sidewall,
You are SOL.
yeah, be ordering one on Amazon.
Yeah.
I ordered tires for my car on Amazon.
Yeah.
You guys are not going to believe this. I called the local
This was
car.
funny.
I called the. I like to spend my money local when I can.
Of course.
I mean, yes, we order stuff from Amazon, but I try to shop local when I can. So I called the local Chickasaw Tire, and I said, hey, I'm how much for a couple of 185 55 R16s? What size? 185 55 R16. Kind of car is that?
His little Honda Fit.
It's a Honda Fit. Honda Civic, you say? No, Honda Fit. Huh? What year Honda Civic? Honda Fit. F-I-T, Honda Fit. Honda Fit. Never heard of it.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of look like, for those of you that don't know, it's like almost like a smaller Prius. It's surprisingly roomy inside, believe it or not.
Look, I bought it because I was commuting an hour each way every day.
It was a great commuter car. Because we didn't have to haul kids in it and stuff like that. I did the grocery shopping or whatever, so he wasn't having to haul stuff in his car. But he could still fit a lot of stuff in there when he needed, like if he needed to stop at the hardware store, or something, he could still fold the back seats down because it's a hatchback and cram quite a bit back there. I love a good hatchback, but it's got teeny tiny tires because it's a teeny tiny car.
They're not. There's nothing special about 185 55 R16s. It's just
uncommon out here.
Out here in the country, everybody drives a truck.
Yeah. So well, if they don't drive a truck, they at least drive like a 4-door sedan.
Right, a bigger car.
Yeah, situation.
So
not a lot of like.
Bottom line is, the dude said I can order them. And being a front wheel drive and being that the tires are better than 50% worn out tread wise, I said, you know what, I'm not going to replace one of the front tires. I'm going to replace them both. And the rear tires are fine. And then I'll save the one tire off the front that still has 50% of the tread. I'll keep that as a spare if I need it for one of the rear tires. But I always replace 2 at a time on these front wheel drive cars. So anyway, so he said, yeah, I can order them. They're like $180 each. I was like, man, you bumped your head. They're like $50 each on Amazon.com. He's like, well, you better buy them on Amazon. So I went through the brands with him on Amazon. He was a nice guy. And he was like, nope, I wouldn't buy that tire. Nope, I wouldn't buy it. Nope, wouldn't buy that tire. That's a good tire. How much is it? $99. Oh man, I can't get that tire for under like 180. That's a good tire. Get that one. So I ordered 2 tires for $99 from Amazon. He's going to charge me $20 a piece to mount and balance them when I get here.
Yeah.
So
it's good. It's a win. And we still have to fix the motor on one of the windshield wiper blades died.
It's not the motor.
Oh, well, whatever it is.
It's a linkage. There's only a single motor. There's one motor on the drive side.
Listen, all I know is it goes wax on.
And then there's a linkage that goes from there to the other wiper. So and that linkage is busted. Right now, only one wiper works. Yeah. And I just have to I have to take it apart and either repair or replace that linkage.
Yeah.
I have a lot of mechanical type work to do. Drew, you need to come down and hang out. I had to fix the chicken plucker today because I broke it. And I've got 2 pressure washers out there.
Don't hit your chicken plucker with your tractor.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea.
I managed to catch the edge
of the cord.
I was backing the tractor out. And the chicken plucker was sitting there. And as I was backing the tractor out and turning, the edge of the bucket just caught the cord and just yanked it right out of the motor. Just bare wires right out of the motor. But luckily, I was able to open the motor up and get it wired back up and tested it, and it works. So I was lucky on that one.
Yeah.
But I have 2 pressure washers out there that need the pumps replaced.
Yeah.
And I ordered the pumps on Amazon, And then I have
one is not our pressure washer. One
Right.
is Beth and Ryan's.
Right. One's Beth and Ryan's, and I said if I'm gonna be doing it once, I might as well do it twice.
Yeah.
And then I got the car that has a rock inside of the hub on the front driver's side. I need to pull the wheel off and try to find that rock. Came off a gravel road, and you can hear it in there. And then, of course, the tires were replaced. I got to pull the tires, the front tires off of the four-wheeler and just take them into town because they have the front tires they can replace. They had to order the back tires, and they're like a month out, whatever. But the back tires are just bare, but they hold air. The front tires don't hold air. And then I have something else I have to work on. Oh, the linkage on the car. Yeah. So I got
and
too many little mechanical projects.
And the mower tire needs fixed.
Oh, and now the mower tire needs fixed, which I got one of those plug kits. I always keep that in Sid's truck, and pretty sure hopefully maybe that's gonna solve that problem for me tonight as soon as this live's over, so that I can go mow till dark.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, your mower has headlights.
That's true.
Be cooler too at night. It's warm today.
This is all true.
It's warm today.
Yeah.
Is the Honda Fit going to be Frankie's car? Most likely it will become Frankie's car. At some point. It's a safe car. It's an older car. And yeah, it'll probably become her car at some point.
Yeah, I don't know if it will. I think I don't know if we're gonna have a her car, his car, her car.
Well, I think what it might
family.
I think what it might be is like that will be the car that she borrows when she's, because I am not of the mindset of, oh, my kid turned 16, I'm giving them a car.
Definitely not. Nope, not doing that.
I'm of the mindset that you have to get yourself a little more established that you can handle the responsibility of a car and payments for certain things on that car. I'm not saying necessarily car payments, but like you can handle the oil change costs and the gas costs and the insurance costs,
but I will say that we do need another old truck.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Cedar, you do need to come down. So you need to help us find another vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't. I mean, it like an old square body Chevy, and
or a Dodge. I'd be okay with that too.
And Frankie likes those models. So if I do get another truck, we'll still keep the little Honda because it's paid off and it should last forever.
Yeah.
But I think that sometimes Frankie would probably rather
Frankie
take
needs a 1978 Chevy pickup. That's kind of what she wants.
Drew. That's exactly what she wants.
Yeah, man. She wants a late 70s model Chevy.
Square body Chevy pickup truck. That's exactly what she wants. And we're gonna find the ones that she would really like, and I'm probably gonna buy it for the farm. And like I said, I don't think there's gonna be a her car, Mike's car scenario. It's just gonna be, Dad, can I take the Chevy, to the prom? Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, and I think, I mean, I got my first car, which was a hand-me-down from my parents when I was 18. And part of the reason I got that was because it was an older car. It was already paid off. My dad had to get a new car for his job. And both of my parents were working at the time. And I had 2 jobs and many after-school activities. So they couldn't chauffeur me around anymore. And they were like, you really need to take this since this is going to be your car to go drive. Be careful.
Yeah.
But I was working and I was responsible and I was 18, so.
And I would buy a truck that doesn't run. I would buy a 78 to 80 Chevy truck that does not run.
73 to 79 Chevy, he says.
Yeah. I would buy one that doesn't run, and Frankie and I would work on it together. My only thing is I don't want to have to work on suspension, right? I don't want to have to work on suspension. I don't want to have to drop the rear end. I don't want to have to work on a transmission.
Yeah.
But the motor, absolutely. We'll rebuild the motor. That's fine.
Oh, Back to Good says, I bought my first car myself when I graduated at 17 for $400. Love that car. It's hard to find those kinds of cars now.
Yeah.
If you look lately, like I'll keep an eye kind of on like used cars and used trucks and things. You don't see them for less than like I mean, and they'll be beat to crap, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's $10,000," and I'm like, "For that, like the muffler's hanging on by duct tape.
Right.
Like, how can you know?"
But I'll tell you, you know, as much as she likes that late 70s square body Chevy truck, if I found like a 67 Mustang,
Oh God, she'd be all over that.
she'd be all over that too.
Yeah, she would.
And I've already rebuilt one of those from the ground up. So, no, not from the ground up, motor from the ground up. Yeah.
That was BS.
That was
before Sid.
That was before Sid. That's right.
Because I wouldn't have made you sell it.
I wish I'd never sold that car.
Yeah. See, that
That car was
you
a
she was the
labor of love.
wrong woman for you. She made you sell the Stang.
That car was a labor of love.
I would never have made you sell
it. I bought this 67 Mustang, gloss black, body was straight, in good shape, had a good paint job, had the stock 289 in it, for $1,200. Now, mind you, this was 25 years ago, and then a buddy of mine had a 69 fastback that he had rolled, and that was the first year of the 302. So I bought the whole car from him for $500. I pulled the transmission and the motor out. Well, I pulled the whole drivetrain out, pulled the rear end and the drive shaft, which I wound up not using, but I did use the rear end, the transmission, and the motor. And then I parted. This car had been rolled. I parted out the rest of the car and sold it, pieced it out, and got like $500 back. So everything that I spent on that car, I got back. And then I took the transmission to a place out in El Cajon called MIT, Mechanically Inclined Technicians, and they rebuilt the transmission, put a shift kit in it, so it'd hold, kind of get those RPMs up. I took the rear end in and had it re-geared really low. It was built for off the line, right? Top end on this thing was only like 120, and it was redlining, but it would jump off the line like nobody's business. Anyway, then I took the 302 that I got out of the 69, completely rebuilt it, took it in to a place that Rick's Machine that did mounting and balancing, had a board 30 over, aluminum pop-up pistons. I forget what the compression ratio was, but it was freaking high. Put 351 Winsler heads on a 302. Yes, you can do that. And the upside to that is much larger intake and exhaust valves. So I had a giant, it was like a 750 CFM carburetor on there, and big old hooker headers, for massive exhaust. Electronic ignition, everything. I mean, built this thing. And when I first got it on the road, the first day I got this thing on the road, I was sitting in a parking lot at the local community college. I was going to school on the GI Bill at the time, and I was trying to get out, and people wouldn't let me out. And I just put it on the floor. Now, you got to understand, this thing had like 10-inch wide street slicks on it, and I kept them about 10 PSI low, so I had as much rubber on the road as I could. And when I stomped on that thing, all the motor mounts busted, and the motor come up through the roof, cut all my braided, radiator hose, all my, my flex fan. It was a couple of bucks. Did not destroy the carburetor, luckily. Didn't destroy the hood either. But yeah, so that was a lesson. So then we had to, get all new motor mounts, and I wrapped a chain around them and welded that chain. So if the motor mounts flexed to a certain point, they'd hit that chain. But anyway, it was a badass car. Loved that car. And yeah, the girl I was dating before Sid made me sell it. So that was a long story that I didn't have to tell, but I enjoyed telling it. What are we talking about here? The new Mustang in '96. Oh, you couldn't find the tire repair kit?
I couldn't find it. I think you took it out.
Really?
I think you put it in the fit because you took the fit when you went fishing.
That's right. I took the fit to Arkansas.
It's not under my seat panel.
Oh, that was shame on me. This whole time I thought I had that repair kit in your truck.
No, I just don't look. It ain't there.
Mm-hmm. Hope the garden's going good. It's not. If I'm being honest, I got so much work to do out there.
He's a little behind.
Yeah.
A little behind.
Yeah. Elkhorn Speedway from the early 90s. Yeah, Elkhorn Speedway was pretty awesome back in the day.
Who just said that? Who knows about that?
Neil S.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
His dad has a shirt from the Elkhorn Speedway.
Yeah, that's old
he was
school.
stationed in Coronado. I was never stationed in Coronado, but I was in Coronado. My ship I was on a ship that got commissioned in Coronado, so I was there. I was ported there for like 2 months, but spent a lot of time in San Diego when I was in the military, and then of course married married into California.
Yeah. But then you got me out, so it's okay.
That's right. Southern boys, we go out to California. We marry California girls, and when we bring them back to the South, that's the way that goes.
I missed your live tonight because I was dilly-dallying, so I'm sorry.
Expanding foam for the tire on the zero turn. I actually have a can of Fix-A-Flat, which is an option if I need to use it. I don't like to use Fix-A-Flat because it's so messy when you then go change the tire. But if I have to, I'll use it.
Poor Mike's dementia's kicking in. Started already. He doesn't, I mean, normally when we go somewhere, like, he might make a quick trip into town with the fit for like a dentist appointment or like an errand. But usually if we go into town, we go together, we take the truck.
Yeah.
So he forgets that, like, there's things in his car that he like forgets are there sometimes.
I keep some tools in my car, which I should keep in your truck. What I need a box that I can just transfer from one to the other.
Well, I like to keep things under my seat thing because otherwise I get teenagers in the back of my truck all the time and all their crap. So I can't have like boxes of crap just randomly in the back of my truck because I can't fit bodies and their crap.
She's carrying bodies in the truck.
I am. And their flags. The 3 girls, 12-foot flags in my truck. Lord.
All right.
Whacking each other, getting them stuck in the door. Like a whole thing.
Neil married a Cali girl, moved her to Florida.
That's there you go. That's what you do. You got to get them out. Got to get them out.
The good ones.
Yeah.
You know, the ridiculously crazy liberal nut jobs, leave them there. In fact, find the rest of them and send them there. Let's just make that, we'll just call that the liberal state of America.
Okay. Lonely Hitchhiker Kent says, they say nothing like a California girl. That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Well, they're teenage girls, so that doesn't make me a cougar. And they're my daughter's friends that I'm transporting places. So yeah, not exactly.
Getting out of control, Paul. Getting out of control.
I'm not exactly like, would you like some candy, little girl? Like, that's not me. So anyway, guys, our time is up, bros. I know. 3-minute warning. I know it's less than that.
Drew, we need to talk about trucks, man.
Yeah. Well, he'll be up here for freedom.
Yeah.
And we'll see him at the meetup at Blue Lake.
Blue
Mountain Lake.
Blue Mountain Lake. Yeah, that's coming up. That's coming up.
Yeah, like
quick.
Soon. Very soon. So you can pick his brain about trucks there, I'm sure. And Lindsay, because Lindsay knows a lot.
Oh, wait a minute. Too. How long's Tim been in here?
The whole time.
No way.
Yeah.
Did I miss a comment?
Apparently.
He didn't like beat up on me at all.
Oh, well, he did before you got here.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I just want to make sure he's all right. Somebody hadn't hacked his channel and that wasn't really him. Got to do a wellness check on him. You know?
Somebody go knock on Tim's door, make sure he's okay.
Make sure it's really him.
Knock on the Ridge Crib and say, hey, we're doing proof of life. Are you okay?
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, let's see. Family night here. We had,
Simple Life Reclaim.
Simple Life Reclaim coming up after us, and before us there was Mama B and Possum Run Homestead, and before her it was Our Mountain Home, and after SLR you've got MT Homestead, complete with drool from his root canal. So that'll be fun for Terry to deal with tonight.
Yeah.
So Terry might have to actually do more of the talking tonight, which doesn't usually happen. Usually it's Mike.
She'll be all right.
She'll be all right. I mean, she can do it. I have faith in you.
Yeah.
But
Paul just posted a link for SLR's live. Most of y'all know SLR. If there's anybody in here right now that doesn't know Simple Life Reclaim, go meet them.
And then go pop in there and say safety's off.
Safety's off.
Safety's off. And on that note, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of family night. Stay blessed and
Safety's off.
There you go. Hot mic.